What's going on, everyone? This week, Haileys reactor has dropped. Most people probably know this, but I'm going to go over currently the best farm, in my opinion, right now to farm Haileys reactor, as well as what reactor to farm for and the rolls on your piercing light that you want, and you do want piercing light. First, we have piercing light. The reason you want piercing light is because it sports the highest firearm attack in the game. If you want a piercing light specifically for Hailey, you have a couple options. Hailey's fourth ability scales directly off the stats of the weapon that is equipped whenever you switch into it. So if you want to use this ability as your mainstay, you're going to need a piercing light reactor. Afterglow will work, but you will lose some damage. So every hit that you hit with the ultimate does base damage, is same as equipped weapon. Then there is a secondary damage tick on additional damage. The secondary damage tick is not affected by the weapon's stats, however the base damage is, and the firearm attack increase amount is increased by 50%. So since you do not care about fire rate, then the piercing light is in fact the best weapon in the game. For piercing light, the rolls that you want on piercing light, the number one is going to be rounds per magazine. You can either choose to have 8 rounds in your fourth ability or not. If you choose to have 8 rounds in your fourth ability, you will need the 12% on rounds per magazine. To get 100% rounds in the magazine, you need a maximum roll of rounds per magazine, expand weapon charge, and magazine compulsive. They give you 88%, and you need the 12% to double your mag. As far as the other rolls for piercing light, it depends on what you want for Hailey. I intend to use her for the entire game, but I want to do big deeps to the Colossus, so I got bonus firearm attack on Colossus, and firearm attack is basically required on every weapon. That brings me to her reactor. What you are going to want is a singular chill reactor. If you're building for farming, I guess you can use the first ability. Currently, the Frozen Singularity Reactor for heavy weapon mounting, where you can pick up a nice, juicy Frozen Singularity Reactor. This one has blue. I am trying to get gold, but I'll give up eventually if I don't get it. Right now, Hailey's reactor can be found in the fortress, in the Frozen Valley. This area over here is where you're going to farm for Hailey, and you'll probably be able to load in with randos and do it. The best people that are going to work for this is a team of bunnies or a team of Valbies. You can see these 3 bunnies going to town. You're going to want to go to there, start mission, and then just kill the ads and finish the mission as soon as possible. You can see the 3 bunnies running around like a bunch of bunnies, and there seems to be a Valbie in the mix as well. The best team to do this with, if you have friends, is going to be 3 Valbies and 1 bunny. If you do not have either an ultimate bunny or an ultimate Valbie, or you're missing one of them, this would be a perfect time for you to go farm for them. Should take you about a day. It'll take you about 2 days for the cooldowns on all of the stuff if you don't want to buy anything. I farmed for my ultimate Valbie. But I did pay to get rid of the waiting period for her parts. And of course, you know I gotta get that swimwear. The reactor that you're going to be looking for is going to be a piercing light mounted reactor with a combination of skill critical damage, chill skill power boost, singular skill power boost, and additional skill attack when attacking Colossus. If you get 2 gold rolls of any 4 of these, you're essentially set for your reactor, although I am going to need 3 reactors, the strongest rolls for attacking Colossi. If you get a critical skill hit rate and an additional skill attack when attacking Colossus, that is also good. Keep that reactor, because whenever you're fighting a specific Colossus like Gluttony, you can kind of go over 100% crit rate. It's not exactly that vernacular, but there's a whole reasoning behind it, why it works. But that is going to be the most amount of damage that you're getting out of the build. However, if you get a gold attacking Colossus in any damage, I would say you're good, as long as the damage is purple or gold. And then any combination of the other stuff is just fine for Hailey, because at pretty decent cooldown, you don't need any more cooldown. Honestly, you only care about damage really whenever it comes to Hailey's reactor. And if you're curious about increasing this thing's range, it has a range of 38 meters with or without modules, so it doesn't matter. this one's area of effect can be doubled. I just wanted to make this video day 1 of the Hailey reactor so that everyone can go farm the reactor before it cycles out at the week, and everyone has time to farm either Ultimate Bunny or Ultimate Valby. And the reason I say to get them is because while getting this reactor, you will probably max out that Descendant anyway, provided that you have enough catalysts. You kids have fun out there. May the drops be ever in your favor.